Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Friyay. Yes, we have made it. It is the end of the week, and barring small amounts of feeling pants yesterday, we are still all here in one-ish piece. I hope everyone is doing well. I see we've got quite a few people in already, so let's waste no time in hiding behind things and say hello to. We've got a Frauke out there. Welcome in, Frauke. And a Shadow Sky. Awesome to see you. And a Blast, who has sent good news. Congratulations, Blast. And a super fast Figalicious with some Friyay cocktails. I think I'll pass on that. I'm avoiding anything with alcohol today. I don't need to give myself another reason to feel ill after yesterday. And a Super Cosmic, welcome in. And a True Purple, good to see you. And an Elkhorn, welcome in, Elkhorn. Whose pants was I feeling? No comment there, Feg. You know. And to Glam Pixie, yes. All the thank yous for the exam results you'd like to... No, you don't need to. They've passed. They've given you the pass mark, Blast. Your cocktail is an alcohol-free gin tea. Sounds good. Yes. So I was having a think. And I was looking at this building, and most notably, I was having a look at it from on high, or from a view. It's lovely. It's fantastic. It's amazing. It's got some landscaping around it, but these trees. Oh, these trees. No. So much no. Such no. Very no. The landscaping needs finished. It's... Hello, Chris. Welcome in. Thinking is illegal. Yeah. Would I want a woodchucker to chuck them off for me? Chop them off for me. I am about to do that myself, honestly. Such vanilla, much wow. Yeah, and that's the problem. I don't like vision. Vanilla's fantastic, but it kind of feels like it's out of place. So let's deal with it. And in fact, there's actually other things that we need to deal with in this area as well, like the fact that this area is completely underdone, and, well, we still need to do the roof. So that gives us a dozen different things to get on with. Oh, that cow's not going to shoot me. Okay. Actually, I haven't touched Impossible Minecraft since Tuesday. It just doesn't take very long for the brain to go, no. Just Elkhorn. Elkhorn is so used to a world where creepers don't destroy anything, except for certain weeks or certain weekends. And I bet that they have had a lot of trouble getting their brain straight on that. Sometimes. That's the cower crossbow. Wow! At least I think it was Dragonfell that had the neutered creepers. Oh, thank goodness for that. I thought I had it backwards. No grief pack on Dragonfell except for danger weekends every so often. Yeah, I bet it takes a lot for your brain to remember which weekend it is. I was doubting myself for a minute there, because I keep getting the Archaeo Plays SMP and Dragonfell mixed up, and I really wish I knew how. Creepers don't give birth to baby creepers, do they? Like the baby creeper. No. Try to always react to creepers as if deadly because of bingo and idiotic. Yep. And because of your sound emotes. Sound emotes? Sound redeems. Dear Mojang, don't listen to you. No. Right, I'm going to move the pumpkin patch as well. Right. Oh, hey. There's at least 3 apples here. Tell I'm not Hunter. Or in the middle of trying to get apples for a bingo run. Hey. Last night's bingo was chaotic, if for no other reason than the fact that I slightly stuffed up at the end on the last run and managed to end up in the wrong team. Oh. I changed team and then set up the whole, went to hit change card, and as a result managed not to change team. It was Blast, it was. And surprisingly, or surprising myself, I managed to hold my own, which was surprising. Mostly because I kept stealing their items. Well, no, I didn't. After the first little bit of thievery from the boat by spawn, it was entirely down to just heading off in every other direction. Hey, Lotus, careful with cows, they might shoot me. Exactly. Ah, chicken. Oh, look, it's got its head still. No, the team is mostly carried by people like Cosmic Feg. I have many weeks where I end up, many runs where I end up doing absolutely nothing in a run. But then we all have runs like that. Impossible has ruined normal Minecraft. No, it's just ruined our ability to think it through safely. Super Cosmic is very super. Yes. You're scared of everything. Yep, I know that feeling. You only carry people at 3 AM. Oh my. I thought that was more the Norse Cosmic. Wow. When did you become yeah, no, moving on. Alright, streak has clicked over, adrenaline exams, dab. Look after yourself, Blast, and have a good night's sleep now that you know that you've succeeded. I'm not quite sure where Norse Cosmic came from in my train of brain. Right, I do need a lot of birch leaves, I suspect, in the near future. So, oh hey, that's going to prevent things from despawning. Hurl! That. Don't fall into the pit, Scots. It's not worth it. The pit and the squirrel. Doesn't sound as good as the pit and the pendulum. Right, that's going to need to be leveled. Hello, dragon. Welcome in. Brain train in this economy? Well, in this economy, it's more likely to be that it's a delayed train that's possibly cancelled. Oh no, that would be the British rail economy. Right, have we cleared enough of these trees that I can start landscaping and solving my hatred of the way that this landscape is set up? Yeah, that's not connected. I am feeling better, Dragon, thank you. It's not delivery so far into... What? What's being delivered? Because if it's this economy being delivered in 2 hours, good luck with that. Your economy delivered in 2 hours or less. On that note, next time you say you're building furniture, someone... Yeah. Well, at least it'll keep you busy for the weekend, Dragon. Hey, Kurt, welcome in. New mattresses in 2 hours, king-size bed. Oh, nice. Well, I hope we like it. And thank you for the 45-minute stream? 45-minute streak. 45 stream streak. Wow. Take 3. Glad that Norse Cosmic was able to Norse me back. You can deliver a tank and a truss to the economy in 2 hours. Mm-hmm. Look, the only truss I've ever dealt with has been more the type of truss that you use for holding up lighting equipment. And even then, I wouldn't recommend trying to deliver that in 2 hours. Right, I have a pile of dirt over here. Yep, I got a chest of dirt. I got a chest of dirt, and you'll never know what's in it. What? Okay, there are several sections of land that I've seen that are highly into the this one clearly. Minecraft, I love you. I really do. But why do you insist on putting these ridiculous shaped holes into everything? Ew. What in Smeg happened here? Build on a frame of disaster, worst instructions you've ever seen, took apart the bed so often that you had to build the bed twice. After 5 hours you gave up the night and said we'll finish one of the masters. Oh no! Oh, that sounds... What in Lord's name was going on here? Okay, I'm going to need a lot more dirt to solve this mistake. Override Gamma for a minute while we're sorting out this bit of watery. You were looking for a place to hide your hoard. Dragon, if you need to have somewhere to hide your hoard, first explain what type of hoard it is. Is it a standard dragon hoard of gold, or are you one of these dragons who has hoarded other things? I mean, I have a lovely enamel pin of a dragon that's been hoarding squirrels, and another one that's been hoarding books. Books. You're a book dragon. I have a lovely pin that basically is of you, then. And I'm out of dirt already. Hoards all the Legos, including yours. No, 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 no. You cannot hoard my Lego. My Lego is thoroughly hoarded. I'll just eat the apples. Right. Oh, and we have a hail hydrate. Hail hydrate. Hail hydrate. Oh, I saw the second and third cows, Chris. I was just decidedly trying not to end up being murdered by them at a stretch. Oh, ow. Uh-oh. Okay. Thank you so much. Well then. We now redirect some of this landscaping time into far more fun things. Mattress guys are setting up the motors to do the lifting and the massage. Oh, wow. My word. You've definitely gone all in there. Right. We need to go and recruit a Gordon. Felix needs to be lodged with Oscar. Also removing the old mattress and box string. Now that's useful. Right. I need to double check if we've got enough room with Oscar. But let's go and check that and sort things. And good. I'm carrying a bed. That's useful. Top of the line body shelf for this. Well, I mean, if you're going to spend probably a decent proportion of your life being propped up on a piece of foam, you might as well make sure that it's a piece of foam that's going to actually be supportive. And we have a coughing. I forgot to turn off the gamma override while we're not in a hole. Right, let's check that there is room to hang out with Oscar. I'm fairly sure Oscar's in here. Oh look, there's Oscar. Hello, Oscar. Ooh, just. What do you know? Felix has room to join Oscar. Otherwise we'd have to start thinking about moving around Oscar. Woohoo! Sets out a barrel of nuts. Please not. Right. Now I need to remember where K is. There we are. K the river cat. I heard echoes of this in your chat yesterday, and you were not even there. It was right. Yes, Frauke, you are very much appreciated for those statements. Right. Don't have nearly enough points, but 2 Ravagers need to be Statler. No, 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 no! Oh, Elkhorn. Elkhorn, are you trying to get me killed by... Oh, Elkhorn. Why? Why? Ooh. Oh, that's right. I've already... Alright. You're close to redeeming another one. World doomed! So many Ravagers. Remind me again why I do this. Oh yes, for the chaos, for the lulz. For the fact that it makes this place feel like it's actually alive. Oh, well, while we're doing this. Hello, cutie. Have an apple. No? I'll leave you an apple there, then. Thank you for the boops. I might as well play into the usual jokes. And here we have 4 fully trained and ready to recruit pillagers, with 2 more. Nope. Okay, with 1 more sat in a pre-training in the training area. Did I say Ravagers? I meant Gordons. One of us has no clue what they're saying, and it might be me. Would I loan you enough points to redeem the other for Elkhorn when you have the points for it? I'll have a think about it, Dragon. Right. You think I said pillagers? Well, it wouldn't be the first time that I thought I'd said the wrong thing. Wow. Apparently Felix wants to get out of here in a hurry. Hello. Some days the pillagers... Well, some days the Gordons just want to want to help and be useful and be well trained, and sometimes they just don't want to help in the slightest. Do 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 do. You know what? Let's lead this along a bit. Come on. Hey ho, hey ho. Down the hill we go. That would just be asking for trouble, Dragon. Alright. I dub thee Felix. Where did that go? Felix, what did you... Felix, what did you do with my, Where did that go? That didn't end up in my inventory. Where did that lead go? I dropped into that bucket. How did we lose a lead? I don't know what happened to that lead. But apparently I don't have any dirt on me, so I've got to... they can only pick up banners as far as I'm aware. I'll turn on hitboxes in a minute. Thank you for reminding me that hitboxes exist. Right. Come on, Felix. Into the building. I kind of need to turn fit boxes on? Hit boxes on to be able to make sure I don't hit Felix while removing the boat from under him. It's gone. It's gone forever. Somehow, I wonder if there's... Aha! It glitched through the half slabs. There was. There very much was a cavity. Is this mosh pit disturbing? Hold on. There we are, okay. And now we have another full building. Well, thank you, Kay. It's, as always, it is... I could just leave the points there and nobody would choose to do it. But the fact that people do, and the fact that people hang around enough to redeem and collect all the points is... Loot. Then Dakenkurtzen. 3 squirrels with a crossbow. Why are we arming the squirrels with crossbows now? But yeah, people could just as easily not redeem things, and it's nice people want to. I mean, a lot of it is based on ideas from people like Tadpole Milk and other streamers, and Elkhorn doing their redeems. It's nice to have redeems to defend against the cows and to protect me. Welcome in, Raven. I'm not quite sure that arming squirrels is a good way to defend against cows, but it's different. I'll grant you that. Whee! Oh. Farfig-Newton. I forgot to leave the minecart and the oak boat back at the recruitment centre. Recruitment offices. Visit distant places and pillage them. What's an army of squirrels without weaponry? Oh, they've got weaponry. Believe me. That's a crafting table. That's still a crafting table. That's a minecart. Thank you. You're here for about 10 minutes, then you have another meeting. Oh, goodness. Happy Friday of meetings. Or, more to the point, sorry, Raven. Good luck with the meetings. Their chief weapon is surprise. I'm trying to remember which building surprise is in. I know we have a surprise in here somewhere. Ow. I want to say surprise is in the Great Hall. And Raven is on a 345 stream streak. Good Lord, Raven. Thank you. No, 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 no. Nope. 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 Serpent. There we are. Surprise! Is it near fear and an almost fanatical devotion to the Scots? No, it's next to Serpent and the Wood Inspector. I'm not planning on missing another stream, Raven, so if that helps. Okay. Don't fall into the lava, Scots. It would be slightly painful and dubious in quality. Okay, so I've gone spruce, then dark oak on the inside, and spruce fences. Okay. I'm not necessarily going to do more of those trees over here. Over there. But I do need to do some of these trees over here. Fairly shortly. So that might be some more of the tree trimmings. Ooh, egg. I also need to do something with you three. Nope. Right. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. Filling in holes. I feel like that's a statement that I'm going to regret, but hey. Let's put the pumpkins in here for the moment. Let's finish re-landscaping this landscape. Holes! Yep, that's the one. Ritsu, welcome in. Here we find the Scotsman trying not to have a landscape that's got many, many holes in it. I don't really need to do this area because I don't know that anybody that will ever actually extend the build this far back, but well, now we've started, we might as well finish. You'll be off to Mexico for a company retreat that week. Goodness. However, with the time difference, you might be able to catch at least a bit during your free time periods in the afternoon. Blimey. Just tell Taryn that you need to retain a ridiculous streak. And you never know, Taryn will probably actually fully understand. And, well, we have a Zangoose in chat, for those who might be interested in trying to catch whatever the heck a Zangoose is. Ah, okay. Understandable. Not everybody likes it. I had to explain the concept of an ambivert to my manager today. They hadn't encountered it. For those who haven't encountered it, an ambivert is an introvert with a social battery that means that they can cope with being slightly extroverted for a short period of time. But they only have a certain amount of battery to do it. My manager is not a failure. They knew the concept, they just didn't know the term. Wah! Sir, where did you come from? Oh, Lord. Ah! I've been within range of... Oh, heck. I don't have any light sources. Why is there a spider spawner? Why is there a skeleton spawner there? Yay, dinner time. Yeah, as I say, an ambivert is an interesting concept. Because I've known for a long time I am not an extrovert. But I've also known that I'm not an introvert. And so it was, what the heck am I? Other than 12 squirrels in a trench coat. Right, we're going to have to get in and deal with that skeleton spawner in a hurry. Yeah. That. Wow. Okay, this might be useful. I place mossy cobble and spawners grow? Cat and 13. Ooh, an enchanted golden apple. And a... Wow. An enchanted golden apple and a golden apple in one spawner. For the horde. Yes. Ooh, diamond horse armor. Not worried about the rotten flesh or the wheat. Bread will take hold. Okay, I need to figure out why that music track keeps starting like that. Okay. Where are we in relation to everything? Have a good meeting, Raven. Okay, that's not far back. So we are directly below here. That's not that far back. I may have to add some building back here, because this is so close to the surface that I could consider having a surface building and have the skeletons just pushed upwards into a murder hole. Yeah, I know, scope creep. But if you found a spider spawner, if you found a skeleton spawner this close to the surface in an area you were building, wouldn't you? My scope is always creeping. This is why it's called scope creep. Nearly typed that in Joel's chat. Would have been interesting and confusing. Or fun and confusing. Yeah. I wonder what Joel would have thought of that. Probably what Scott's up to this week. I think by now Joel is well used to the concept of it. Ooh, you were told about the Red Hot Chili Peppers. If you were to listen to one song to be an introduction to them, what would it be and why? Ooh. Am I allowed to counter that with a question? Do you prefer modern music, or are you more interested in sort of Scottish classical when it comes to bagpipes? Hey, Hunter. Welcome in. Both. Ooh. Then Everybody Dance Now would definitely be one that I would highly recommend that they've got that they've done. I need to get some of the stuff out of my inventory. I am Hunter, yes, thank you. I'm trying to remember what else I would recommend from the Red Hot Chili Peppers as a good starting set. And having trouble remembering the name of individual tracks. Oh, they do a lovely Wake Me Up of Avicii and a really good Thunderstruck. Let's see. Flower of Scotland would be the more traditional one that I would recommend. Less than 6 hours to go. Good point. Yes. For those who aren't following that train of thought, Doctor Who is tonight. I can't put those in there. Okay. Well, hold on. Let me... Because I've had to look them up. I will say... Avicii. Thunderstruck. And where are we? There we are. There we are. Have a good luck, Hunter. Right. Oh, hey. Oh, no. I ran out of room for bone. I was only able to post those because I had to look them up to remember what the individual track names were. Alright, you go in there. Oh. So do you. For the moment, I'm going to put the string, the bones, and the arrows. Actually, no, they don't go in there. They can go in here. This is kind of my one of my dump chests. I didn't Feg because I completely forgot about it. You may have to PM me to PM, DM, one of the three. To remember to actually go and look them up. Ah, it's a hole. Hello, pig. Pig. If you don't get out of the way, you may find yourself being walled into a hole. I don't feel like having a whole lot of pig underneath my landscaping. How is that tree here? Oh well, let's take it out. I mean, it's cow wood, so I'm not sure anybody would be too upset at me removing the cow wood tree. If they did like a whole lot of... Oh, they could be... Feg. There's a good reason you're running. And that's because that pun was just... No. You broke 2 shoehorns trying to get that pun in. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Whoops. I still missed one. Okay. Let's take this bit out. Okay. How am I going to make sure that I know where this is? I think that'll remind me. 6 months from now, Scott goes, why are there this huge pile of O? Zep puns are harder than you think. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. So, I've cleared up the western side of this. Hold on. Yeah, that's the western side. So we just need to clear up a little bit more of the eastern side and fill in some of the holes that we saw over there, and then we'll be all right. Houses of the Feg. You're definitely going to have to flee. You're definitely going to have to flee. Oh, goodness. I found a hole. I forgot this was here. We were trying to decide whether or not to have a path down to the... I just saw movement and realised it's a Ravager. A path down to the tunnel here. And I think I've just decided no. And for those who might be interested in it, we have a Scrafty in chat as a Pokemon to try and catch. If I remember rightly, he says, looking from the on high. There's another hole here. There's a reason I'm making this hole larger, and that is because I think we will put a small tower here that allows people to walk down into this area from up there. That's not a scope creep, because I'm fairly sure that there was a reason why that was that is the reason that that hole was there. Also, hashtag rigged. $26,000. Blimey, you got a decent amount of cash there, Fig. I've only got 3 shinies compared to Fraukei's 26. Good lord. Yeah. In comparison to Friyay, we are all but just tinkering with this game. None of us are actually playing it, really, are we? Okay. Okay. Right. Now that we've cleared some of the landscape, it is time to start putting stuff back in. Because, of course... Actually, no, I think the first thing I want to do is... well, apparently the first thing I want to do is... Heil Hydrate! Heil Hydrate! And a stretch as well. Ooh, right, time to curse these weary bones and a stretch. Thank you for that, Fig. Right. Now, I think the first thing to do is to find some honeycomb and do something about that roof. Because it's a cracking stretch, Gromit. Yeah. Because it's a wee bit flat. Now, what I do want to do is remember... Okay, so I've been having it so that the southern side is the fully oxidized and the northern one is the one that is not. So that gives me a... That gives me an idea of what we're attempting to do. Actually, let's just climb onto the roof with a couple of pieces of scaffolding rather than trying to shoot myself up into the air with a rocket. I was about to say, why am I hearing Gordon's? But of course, we've got James Bond in here, haven't we? Right. Ooh. Have a good lurk, Elkhorn, and I hope it goes okay. Good luck to Sweet Pea. And for those who don't like it, I apologise for the sounds of the waxing that are now in progress. There's nothing I can do about it. It happens. Oh, that's better. It's... Okay. Okay. Really? Oh... And Cosmic has now disowned the existence of this chat for the use of the M word. Right, so now we've got the beginnings of that section of texture. We can bring it back further on this side. Oh, I can see we're about to have a... It's going to be one of those streams, is it? This is where I'm going to end up using most wax, which is probably going to cause me to have to go and have a chat with some bees. Okay. We got everything here. Oh, that looks alright. Oh, Lord. You lot are all gremlins. Yeah, you're definitely in a gremlin mood today, aren't you? I shall play the Carol of the Bells on my roof. And now, for some reason, I have the Anvilania song from Animaniacs stuck in my head. Including the whole Let the Anvils Ring refrain. Oh dear. I am not going to have enough wax for this roof. That... There's way more than 18 here. Here, in the Madness World, we see nature at its most brutal, as Cosmic and Pixie repeatedly bonk half of chat for the use of the M-word. Just trying to ramp up the damp. Mm-hmm. Ah, dear. You lot are all gremlins. I love you, but you're all gremlins. Carol of the Bells has just moved into your skull cavity. It is too warm out for that. Like I said, you can always have the alternative of Let the Anvils Ring from the Animaniacs. I suspect that might not be any better. Okay, I need more wax. So let us head over past the entirety of Gordonstein and over to Gordonstein Ward. I swear this is an example of just how big this area is, that I can actually go from one entire region to another just to get some stuff. Can a carol even be covered? I don't know. Right. 33 is not going to be enough. I've got one whole section of roof. I think I need about 64 wax. Now this is a far nicer noise. The de-waxing of beehives. Get back here. Hey, what do you know? I think we've got enough out of this run to be able to do the whole of that last section of roof. 64 and 5. Yeah, I think it's... It's between 49 and 64 that I needed, so I think that should be enough. And I'm surprised that that set of shears didn't explode. I swear this... I need to do this section down the middle at some point, which probably means ripping out that windmill. I've never really been happy with that windmill. I think I'm going to have to take it apart and do it again. Right. Let's get this last section of roof done, and then we can start on treeing. We can tree what we're doing. Whoops. Well, that's where I've goofed already. Keep forgetting there's an anvil up there. Rule 1 wins again. It's more like an off by 1 error. There we are. Ooh, no. Why did I wax that? In theory, that's the one I don't want to have waxed, because I'd like that to be back to where I haven't goofed it. There are days that I think adding a texture pack that would allow me to see off by 1 terrain gel. I think off by 1 on the terrain gen would be, we've just found a skeleton spawner, which definitely is under the heading of where did that come from? Also, yes, this was a section of terrain that nearly caused problems because that was the section that we broke out into whilst trying to build Q branch. So let's fill in a bit of this. Somewhere immediately under here is Q branch. I need possibly 2 more stacks of dirt, and then we can start on the trees. No, dirt, dirt. And we have 21 wax. We've got 21 wax to go. Got 21 wax to go. If you like it, I know. We don't want to do 21 wax and 4. I gotta go. Yeah, I can never remember the words for that song. It's probably for the best. Okay. Okay. Now we have landscape we can work with. Which is usually a good thing. I'm tempted to take out some of this hill, because it feels like it's a little bit too high. Or at least, let's not have it embedded into the back of the building, because that feels like it's a bad idea. So let's take out this run. And this. And then let's get rid of this stone. That feels like it's an odd mistake. Why do I not have the block that goes there? Now watch as I place all of the dirt into here and then come back in about 5 minutes and replace it with something like gravel or tuff. Hey, Urban, welcome in. Happy Friday. High on the hill was too much for Scott's yodelly, yodelly, yodelly. Make it low. Whoops. Yodelly, yodelly, yodel, make it low. Hello, pig. I'm going to take another layer off of this, just because. It just feels too high. There's too much hill. It's a phrase that only I would ever utter. Whoops. Let's not take out sections of hill that we don't need to. Actually, no, it's not a word. It's not a phrase that only I would ever utter, because I'm fairly sure Fwip in his persistent, forever, eternal Minecraft hardcore world took one look at a mountain and decided to spend 6 months removing it. Okay. Hello, chicken. Let us start adding in some trees. For it is time for some tremendous building. Or more to the point, it is time for us to branch out into other problems. No, that's the one I needed. To be fair, removing a mountain is about the safest thing to do in hardcore Minecraft. You say that, but it's Fwip. I'm not entirely convinced that safe is something that they ever actually consider doing. Very sleepy urban, started your new volunteering job today, mucked out 2 stables, then a goat pen. Goats are messy, came back to your parents, got asked to plant veg, move pots, soil, grow bags, take stuff upstairs. Blimey! Soak your snake. And a massive walk too. That sounds like a heck of a day, Urban, but also sounds like a pretty good one for getting things done. So congratulations on getting that much done. Gotta go to your mates and don't wanna. don't have to do everything that you have. You don't have to do everything that you have to. That, as a statement, doesn't make sense. Actually, I'm gonna make that solid. That feels too tall. That's better. Right. Let's have a quick nap. Might pull a sickie. There's someone who ended up taking a sickie yesterday. I know what that feels like. Granted, mine was not due to exhaustion. Mine was due to actually being sick. Well, I wasn't feeling great. Let's go with that. It wasn't really sick, if that makes sense. Okay, so we'll put that tree there. I think for we'll go with smaller branches for that one. Parents are going to see his parents. Tomorrow's a chill day. Yay for chill days. Chill days are the ones that are good. Well, hopefully. Apparently I'm incapable of turning that. Okay. I'm actually thinking of going to see the Minecraft movie tomorrow. Well, just to try and see it before it becomes impossible to see. Oh, poor snake. Hopefully it'll be fine. I feel like that one needs to be one shorter. Yeah, that works. And I feel like there's probably a tree needed here. Just to sort of fill in some of the gap. Maybe this one should just be a lot more basic. For definitions of basic where I'm involved. Actually, I don't need that bit. That'll be buried in the actual tree. That works. I'm just looking at this from a sort of viewpoint of that tree's going the wrong way. Because almost all of these trees are bending in the same direction except for that one at the top of the hill. And generally that would suggest that there is sort of wind or something that causes all of these trees to bend like that, and therefore why would this one not? That's better. Yeah. Probably need to bring in some fence posts on that one to make it look a little bit more cohesive. But I think those 3 are a good start. But I probably want... I may have to take out some of this. Yeah, I think I probably want 1 here-ish. Oh, I should really build this before I start bringing the landscaping in this direction, so let's not. Okay, we need to sort out this hill, bring in these trees. That's a good start. Let's look at the other side. Actually, let's look at the back first. Because I think the back is where we want to think about next. And I'm aware that I'm using dark oak and then I've got oak next to it, which is possibly a problem. But equally, I'm left thinking that these are probably trees that have been planted whilst they were doing all of the build in this area, and the trees are from the forest behind. Besides, I'm going to be putting oak leaves on top of them. So that's my justification, and I'm sticking to it. No. I'd like to be there. And for those who might be interested in trying to catch it, we have a gloom in chat. Sure that this is bending in the same direction. Do I have... Yeah, at some point I've caught one of those, so I don't need to fight for it. Irug... oh. I will probably absolutely mess this up. Irudia, welcome in. And thank you for joining us. Heil Hydrate. Do let me know if I've completely butchered that name. And if there's a good way of explaining how I should pronounce that, please do. And a stretch to go along with... ow. Eru. Thank you. Welcome in, Eru. And happy Friday. Or happy Friyay. Let's see. I feel like we've got room for a larger tree here. So let's consider this one being slightly... Actually... I'm going to leave this one as a broken tree. Let's have this one as the remains of a tree. Not all trees have to exist as complete ones. Don't know why I've just put that log in there, but hey. So again, leave a sign cursing the tree for falling on my head. That is definitely something I could consider. What I might do is leave bits of it over here of it would have embedded into the ground when it fell over. Pardon. Danish Viking, welcome in. Got distracted by the cute squirrels roaming around and was caught by the whole damn army. Welcome in. Yes, you have to be careful. The squirrels will basically run off with everybody's sanity. They are a bit squirrely like that. Not all trees need to exist. Here's the ants getting... Look, not all ants are going to be murderous. Except for, well, any that you upset. I was about to say, however, if you are interested in ants, I can highly recommend catching one of Deep Sky Miner's streams, if you happen to encounter them, because they are building all of a whole heap of ants in Minecraft. Can they be convinced? Giving it back to your wife then, I guess. If you throw some hazelnuts in the direction of the squirrels, they're probably likely to hand back stuff. There's too much. I've put too many bits in here. I shouldn't have done these ones. Deep Sky Miners builds are incredible. They are. They are absolutely astounding. And Deep is one of those people that I like raiding out to, and I like watching, and I draw a lot of inspiration from. Good thing she's out shopping, she can bring some home then. I'm sure the squirrels will appreciate that. Okay. Cozy stream, no sellout. Very much agree with that, Iru. Deep is a very fantastic builder. Okay. I'd say we've got a good percentage of the tree that, or the tree bases that I would like to place in around the back and towards the right. So let's get another one in here. I think she will as well. This is your anniversary. Well, very much appreciated, Viking. I was about to say Danish, but I suspect, much like Canadian Dragon, you probably can't be associated with the entirety of the Danish. Which is why we call Dragon Dragon, and not Canadian. Actually, why am I trying to take that down with my hand? Let's do a couple of bits here. There. There. And for those wondering why you can hear pillagers, we've got James Bond in here. For those who haven't been around this week, or the last couple of weeks actually, we have this interior been built, and we have a pub up here. Danzy House, where we have James Bond, shaken, not harmed, as our barman, because clearly that makes so much sense. And since we had them, what we finished yesterday was the addition of Q Branch, complete with Q themselves. Hey Q. And actually, I'm curious, do we still have Mooney Penny and M down here? Yep, both Mooney Penny and M are still around. That's good. I would hate for us to have lost Moony Penny again. Hey, Mad. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us, Cosmic, and have a good evening. This building is, of course, this is where our jockeys and our Ravager riders prepare before their races. Because, of course, this is a Ravager. Of course, again. 12.5 years. Highly doubt she wants what's remaining of your sanity. She probably appreciates whatever there is by now, Viking. Could be better, could be a heck of a lot worse. Well, take care of yourself either way, Mad. That's the important bit. This one going this way a bit. Right, about that much. Let's fill in the lower sections. So you get a bit, you get a bit, you get a bit. And then we need a bit here. There, a bit here, probably a bit there, and let's put in a couple of roots here. And a couple of bits there. Excuse me, you're not supposed to be that direction. Really? You see, that's the problem. Ah, no, I can do it that way. Okay, that works. That works. That's unnecessary. That's better. Hello, cow. She's back. You'll be lurking, using what the rest. Have a good Friday, Danish Viking, and look after yourself and have a great weekend. Don't let squirrels and their almighty leader dissolve the entirety of the sanity. I never had any in the first place, but I suspect you're saying that to them. Why am I being stared at by a cow, a pig, and a chicken? That feels like the beginnings of a kid's cartoon story. A cow, a pig, and a chicken were staring at 12 squirrels in a trench coat. Okay, Mad. Cow? What do you get? They seem to be about as annoying as the ones on the Impossible server. I'm not quite sure they're trying to kill me. They're just trying to annoy me to death. It just wants some attention. That cow is going to get the wrong type of attention if it's not careful. Right. I think I've got one more tree I want to place the base of, and that would be here. Could be playing a long game, going after my blood pressure. My doctor would like to have words with it about that. Particularly given my blood pressure history. Nordic Wolf, welcome in. Thank you for joining us and thank you for the follow. How was your stream earlier? I've just realised that you are no longer streaming, and I appear to have raided out to 2 people that I wasn't actually following earlier. Oops, hold on. I need to hit that button. Twitch does have a habit of doing that. Did redstone on Umbra Solis. Ah, nice. How are you doing with that? For those who are not aware, Umbra Solis is one of the servers of the Blackclad Wanderer, and Nordic Wolf is a fantastic builder on that server. And for those who might need it, we have a Mighty Yina in chat. Ooh, I don't have that one. There. I think that gives me... Wolf is amazing. Yep. Lotus definitely would know. Okay, I like the placement of all of these trees. I feel that they give us a decent amount of coverage around this building now. And help fill in some of the gaps around it and manage some of the sight lines. I know at the moment they're all just really basic, but that gives us something to work from. Right. So, now that we've got that bit in, let's start the next page. Next page? Next phase. Which would be... the dark oak fencing. Boo! Rigged! I didn't catch it. Just finished putting up the dropper circuits for the mud variants. Now just need to hook up to the hopper line. Nice. If I understood a word of what you just said, that would be a first for me. My redstone abilities are not as good as other people's. Let's leave it at that. Most any redstone builds that I do are based on other people's efforts. Take care, Urban, and I hope that the snake manages to have a good weekend as well as you. Might go for a nap. That sounds like a perfectly sensible thing. Look after yourself. That doesn't work. That's way too much around the front there. And I'm not liking this. Let's just take it back down to that. That's better. That gives more hints of root system and less involved. Oh, I know what I know what's coming. I know what's coming. 50 or so blocks being made or gathered in this area underneath the Skilly Farm. Oh wow. Sorry, Chris. Thank you for reminding me. You're gonna be sorry. Oops. Oopsie. Oopsie. I'm gonna try and hide behind this tree. Dang it. Every time I try to hide behind the tree, it changes the viewpoint so I'm not hiding. Ah. I hide. I hide. Let's see what we can do here. Hide better. I would, Lotus. I would, but Minecraft and its first person, third person, second person malarkey doesn't make it very easy. Now this is the one I want. Just get good. Wow. 16 terracottas in both glazed and unglazed, plus terracotta clay, clay balls, mud, packed mud, mud bricks, mud brick walls, slabs, stairs, moss, pale moss, moss carpet and pale irregular, azalea trees, flower azalea trees, rooted dirt, coarse dirt and regular. Good lord. You definitely have everything there. Well, a decent amount of it. What the heck is that one, Pixie? How did that end up over there? Who knows? Oh, and a significant amount of mangrove bits. Goodness. Is there... Part of me is like, could I have a schematic of this so that I can get that much in my own world? And the rest of me is like, the odds of me ever actually building that much redstone are slim to not happening. There will be a schematic. Yada. Yada. Next time you're doing this above ground, not at negative 54. Ah, yes. The joyful nature of I need to build this. Wait, why am I spending all of my time mining things out? Pretty sure if you set foot outside right now, you'd get a horde of phantoms or explode from the explosion of the sun. So basically, you've turned into a vampire on a server run by a vampire. Yeah. Are you saying that you are now a thrall of Blackclad? You've turned into an underground werewolf. Ah, yes, because werewolves and vampires. Not exactly the closest of friends. Subterranean vampire. Subterranean vampire werewolf. What? How does that work? Somebody who doesn't like to build small. Nope. Can't think. I just can't. I just can't feel. I don't understand that concept. I really can't understand why anyone would want to build large building things, etc. Yeah, da. Okay, have we got the routing pass in on all of these? Yes. It's a batcha. A batcha. Mushroom. A batcha. A batcha. Mushroom. Snake. Oh no. Why is this in my head now? I gotta blame Glam Pixie for that one. Sometimes you feel like the only Minecraft player who doesn't follow the hermits. Not everyone does. We won't judge much. Right. Okay, I need to start bringing some... That's partly why you went from a meh builder to what can I challenge yourself with. I know that feeling. That and watching all of the other people that I follow. As mentioned earlier, people like Deep Sky Miner and then the challenges of being on servers with people like Cosmic and Mythical and Fwip. God, yeah. Everybody from the Empire's people. Swear you ran a labyrinth of the Ancients run before work today and someone asked you if one of the liquids was lemonade. What? And your brain immediately went to, my horse is amazing. Raven? What? Your brain needs checking almost as much as the rest of us. Oh, okay, that kind of makes more sense then. I was short of a link there mentally. You've been on this project for a month. Yeah. Yep. A project that somebody's been on for a month. I think we're at the end of nearly month 3 for this. Or is it month... When did we start the racetrack? I'd have to check my notes. February? Let me check. Iron Farm Store and Seagulls. Ravager Racing Science and Landscaping was the 4th of February. Yes. So, yep, 4th of February we started this. Yes, I did say racetrack. You will notice we have a starting gate here with, well, one Ravager in it. And we have another starting gate over at the opposite end with 2 Ravagers and a Nitwit in a minecart. 2 Ravagers, 1 Nitwit. At the moment, the Nitwit moves too fast and loses the Ravagers occasionally. But yes, this is all a racetrack. And the Snowy Archives predated this. For okay. Footy, welcome in. Thank you for the 6 bits. This is the Ravager racetrack, Wolf. Yes. This is what happens when my brain goes, let's science something, and then decides, let's build a racetrack. And then decides, let's make it for Ravagers. Oh, Lord. I kind of wish I didn't sometimes. But I've kind of set myself into it now. And we have a Pokemon around. Right. Swap that for this. Let's get some branches in up the top here. Will a Ravager chase a villager in a moving minecart? Yes. Yes, they will. Yeah, we definitely went through a would they phase, and then we discovered that yes, they would. And that basically led to the, well, of course they do. And once we knew that, then we ended up with just nothing else. Thank you for the lurk, Dragon, and have a good weekend. And good luck with the bed assembly. Built your Pompey crest. Used actual scaffolding to get up high and only fell off once. Nicely done, Footy. Yeah, I saw the test builds that you posted in Discord over on over on Discord. Go. Pompey as in play up Pompey. Aye, Pompey the football team. Ow. Shouldn't have jumped. Shouldn't have jumped. Fratton's finest. Yeah. Ow. Oh. Curious about the camera thing I've got there. Is that a mod or is it a camera thing of... nope. Camera thing is a second account. Completely independent account, Wolf. With then a little bit of video trickery to have it in the top corner of screen, which is why I'm able to swap between the two of them. I decided quite a long time ago when I started this world that one thing I knew I would do is need to be able to see what I'm doing from multiple locations. And so I made... well, along with the fact that there's a few other things that I wanted to do. And so I set this up as a locally hosted Minecraft world. And then used the ability to do that. Or the ability to have a second account on as a result of that. Seeing the cinematic stuff that's built into Java. I want to... yes. I really should spend more time learning how to do more with... yes! Goodness, yes, I remember that, Raven. Not a double instance, just a... This is 2 instances of Minecraft running on one computer, and there's a Minecraft server running off in another computer. Yeah, Scott's Cam has been around for a while, hasn't it, Raven? Scott's Cam arrived even before I started streaming. Ow. I'm stuck. And as for my launcher, I use Prism, which is how I get more than one copy of Minecraft running. I'm going to keep this tree, this particular tree, fairly small, I think. So let's go straight out to... Well, that was a goof. Let's not do that one again. Prism and multi-MC are pretty similar. Yes, they are. It comes down to personal preference more than anything else, I think. Iron Jesus, you're early. Not by much. Just 30 minutes. But I'm going to overrule you. Could be the mango tree. Yeah, it's it's very easy to end up falling off of your builds, isn't it? And that's your as in anybody's builds, not specifically you. And you forget to eat frequently. I have people who will yell at me for not doing that. Notably, the entirety of chat. Apparently, I'm not very good at remembering to eat. Right. Swap that for this. Oh, there goes another 40 levels. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, I didn't complete the top of this tree. That's fine. We'll use this to our advantage. Put in some branches partway up. I'd like to put one on the other side of this. There we are. once you get all of these farms in, though, you're going to detail it into a spooky crypt, because the Skelly farm is actually under the future graveyard, which is sailing after Legend of the Ocarina of Time's grave. Nice! That sounds like it's going to look cool. Well, I was going to place something else there. For some reason, anytime anyone mentions styling anything after Zelda, I keep thinking of Calendar Storm and all the work that they've done on Zelda-styled and themed builds. Raiding ships and treasures is a fantastic way of doing something different for a while. So I don't blame you on that one. You haven't caught a Cal stream yet. Oh. Not everyone does. But if you encounter any of their streams where they're doing a Zelda-themed build, I think you'll... It sounds like your sort of thing, perhaps. Your sleep schedule is weird. Allow me to introduce everybody in this community. I'm pretty sure we have a significant number of people with thoroughly broken and utterly messed up sleep schedules. Right, this one we'll do as a small tree, so let's not have any of that. We'll just do branches. I wasn't trying to call you out there, Chris. I was thinking more of people like Blast Jordan, who are at ridiculous.am and insane odd times. But building a gigantic... Yeah, that definitely sounds like the sort of thing that would have you awake at ridiculous hours for a very long time. Posted pics in the Umbra Discord chat. I think I saw them earlier, yes. Right. This one doesn't get any... Oh no, sorry. That one doesn't get... I'm losing track of what tree I'm building. I feel like I should probably get some leaves onto these before we... get too far around, because otherwise I'm going to run out of time and be left with a whole field of skeletal trees today. So let's let's get in on some of this. Ah, there's the birch. So I've got oak, birch, and mangrove roots. Those are the basics that I need. A lot of chests, but you should you dig out more and put here. I'm sure it'll come all right in the end. Right. Let's get the camera pulled back a bit so that I can see what I'm doing. Try to go for odd centres. Yep. Oh, look. Oh, Scots. And also, finally, a holiday. 2 weeks of pure unproductive Brit. Ah, welcome in, Tor. And welcome to Easter break. How are you doing, Tor? Knackered, slightly buzzed, otherwise ready for bed. Yep. Nether hub is minimum 100. Ooh. Have you been trying to take hints from Math Girl? And the entirety of the Dragonfell server? Because I swear the Nether hub that they've been designing is in the realms of ridiculous. And fantastic simultaneously. But also ridiculous. And we have a why not? Why not? A Pokemon. At some point when you read out to Maths Girl, you need to start posing maths problems just to test the accuracy. Oh, Tor. Tor. That would be cruel. However, I seem to remember that Math Girl is a tutor. Now, I'm not sure if it's math that they tutor, but that kind of would fit. So you might find that the answers are actually fairly accurate. Hopefully. So post GCSE problem. Not sure if they're UK based though. Keeps you from reaching critical with your ICD, sitting like I think you'll find that we all have moments where we all end up doing a little bit of that. Okay. Apparently I'm a derp. Thank you, Raven. Oh, dear. Today on, is Scotsman even paying attention? And does Scotsman know who he's talking about? These and many other questions are probably not going to be answered in the positive, because apparently Scots is a derp. Ow. No. Scots is a squirrel. Yeah, well. I tried focusing on things, but then squirrel. I do like the falling trees that... Falling trees? I do like the falling trees. I also like the falling leaves that 121.5 added. I mean, it did also add falling trees. Well, fallen trees. If one trench coat can hold 12 squirrels, how many scope creeps will Scotsman have in an OBO? Yes. Yes. Many. Yes. Combined with a few extra yeses. For certain examples, the following is perfectly without a question. The SLA are on a pub crawl. If at 2 pubs, 100 random members are ID'd. If 38 of the same members are ID'd at both pubs, estimate the total number of SLA on the pub crawl. Tor. Do you have to commit random acts of vandalism on people's sanity in the middle of chat? Okay, just so long as I know. I need to fill in a little bit here. That's better. Okay, I like that tree. That works. I feel that that is a good shape for that tree. It's not perfect in every direction, but then is any tree. So, let's move on up to the next one. And, retrieve the scaffold. Right. Going up. Whoops. Into the tree we leap. Yes, we've successfully landed in a tree. We must be... It is a tremendous thing to do. For us to land in a tree. Yes, I'm tinkering with my way of doing things. I am now using mangrove roots, birch leaves, and then oak leaves as 3 types of variation in the same leaf, same tree section. Because let's just make it even more complicated for myself. Why not? Lower edge. There. Ooh, that works. It's missing one bit on the top. I think I need a bit here, just to help with the shape. And possibly one less bit here, which might mean swapping that out for that. That works. Oh, that's nice. That feels like it's just right. And consistent with the other trees in this area. The interesting thing is, that tree at the front is bent is the only one that's bent to the left. Everything else is bent eastwards, and that one is bent westwards. Oh well. But again, not everything would be the same. Just kind of feels a little bit surreal to have everything going east when that one goes west. Go west, where this tree will bend. Go west, where the tree doth end. Right. First things first, I want to put a little bit down here. To here. Start filling in the middle. Start bringing in the edge. Yeah, you probably have a lot to answer for that one, Peg. Right, now we do the same over here. Oh, and we have a hail hydrate that I need to do. Let me just get myself to a point where I'm not going to fall off a tree. And at the same time, I need to have a quick nap. Hail hydrate! Wind-blowing trees, you're the epitome of innocence. Aha. Yeah. We believe you. And a stretch as well. Oh, up, ow, ow, ow. Yeah, ow. Thank you for that hydrate and stretch there, Wolf. Oh, there's a bed in this tree. No, come back. And everyone else, remember, you do have to look after yourselves. So all do take a moment to remember to stretch, to hydrate, and if necessary, do a med check. No, you're kidding. Oh, Lord. Thank you, Raven. Right, I think I've got just enough time to finish this tree then. But I'm going to have to focus on it, so I can't turn the music up. Because virtual is where we build. 'cause virtual is where we build, build, build. Thank you for joining us, Wolf, and have a great weekend. Alright, let's get the lower levels in on this. Just to finish this tree off. Hey, Miha Kula. No, this is not. This is the solo world I've been working in for 3 years and 4 months so far. This world has been around for a while. This is my primary world, also known as my madness world. Oh, and we have an Ursa ring for those who might need it. Yes, my ult is here as well. It helps provide extra viewpoints. And as we reach this time of the evening, it is also responsible for pretty mode, which we are about to drop into. Hey, Kibo. Yes, you're the second person to remind me of this. I do need to start my wrap-up. So, let me head into the little oldie stores. And let us get the cam account into Pretties mode. Eventually. Hello. Start a wrap up and then an encore. I will try. Whoop. Okay. Ooh. Okay, that actually adds an awful lot to this. I know, unfortunately it is that time of the evening though. Those trees work so well around that. And from this angle, I need to do a lot of landscaping to that hillside. And bring more trees around it, obviously. But, oh, those that's nice. Oh, I love that. Where did the pillagers go? Oh, the pillagers are still here. We have Bond. And we have Q. And the rest of the pillagers are presently up in the top of the hill. Did I evict the pillagers? No, at the moment the pillagers have had an awful lot of extra landscaping for them. Which is why we have, for example, and actually I should probably get a Pretties mode view of this one. Building 1 now has a full set of pillagers. It is... And the mosh pit is in full force today. Yep. They definitely have a mosh pit there. But the other reason for coming up here is to have a quick look from the top of the hill to see how these trees are blending in. They're blending in so much that you can't see them around the other building. Don't. Yeah, from this distance they don't show up. And actually, that's not a bad thing, because that means that things blend nicely. And we still have multiple trees to add leaves to, and landscaping to do around this build. As always, it don't have to take a long time to do all of this, but I'm very glad that we got the roof. No, I think I might do chopped off trees in a different area, but this is just me in the middle of building stuff. Because this area is very much supposed to be completed as a build by way of all of the structures are supposed to be in place. And I'm very happy with it. This whole area is rapidly turning into a much more... yeah, someday this this area will be completed. Ha! Particularly given that we've already added to my scope creep list of having something in the background with that skeleton spawner. Either way. Exploring and build stuff and getting stuff is a fantastic way to play. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And anyone who says so is clearly ignoring the fact that this is an open world game and you play it as you want. So if you've been enjoying that, that is the important bit. Good at collecting materials for server folks and let them do that. Fantastic. That's a lovely way to be involved. Right. Either way, however, we have reached the end of the week. And I wonder. No, I can't get the... I can't move the audio back a couple of tracks, I'm afraid. Let me see if I can find... no, that's the other one. There we are. And while I wrap up, thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been, as always, absolutely fantastic to have you all here. And I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I will be back again on Monday at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now. I never posted my my go live to Blue Sky or to Discord. Whoopsie. That's always a good start. Ah, dear. Pro streamer move. I didn't turn it up yet because I'm still talking. And I may have to... Right. Let's see. Goodness. Okay. Yes, I will be back again on Monday at my usual time, 2.5 hours to now, previously to now, where we will be on the idiotic server. For, of course, we do go idiotic, impossible, madness, madness, madness for a schedule. I'm going to send us on a raid, because I can. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. And enjoy the music while I sort out the raid. Bye-bye.